Christmas is right around the corner, so I thought I would share with you a Guyanese Christmas classic, and that is garlic pork. This recipe is made by pickling pork in a lot of vinegar with a ton of garlic and pepper and thyme, and it is so good. You still have time to make your garlic pork because all you need is 4 days, and you should be able to enjoy this for Christmas. I am just getting all the ingredients together. I've already cut up my pork. I use the pork shoulder and I've removed some of the excess fat. Now I am taking the peel off of the garlic. Let me tell you, this is one of the things I hate the most. But I do not like pre-peeled or minced garlic. I like it fresh, so I just do it anyway. As always, I will have the full recipe linked below in the description box below the video. So if you want to make this recipe, you can head down there, click on the link, and it will take you to the recipe on my blog, jehancancook.com, which will have full measurements and instructions. Once I've peeled all of the garlic, the next thing I'm going to do is to dice the garlic, and I am just roughly chopping it because I am going to place this into my food processor, so I'm not going to worry right now about dicing it too fine. I am using wiri pepper, but any hot pepper will do. I'm just going to use one just to keep it fairly mild but to still have that pepper flavor. Next, I'm going to remove the leaves from the stem for the thyme, and I just pull it against the grain. This is the easiest way to remove it from the stems. Next, I'm going to add the cloves of garlic to the food processor along with the pepper and the thyme. You can also use more pepper if you prefer more heat. I encourage you, whenever you're making a recipe, to try to make it your own. Recipes are simply guides. I have tweaked recipes over the years to suit my taste, and that is basically what I'm sharing with you. And I'm pulsing this until it's pretty fine, until it looks like this. Then I'm going to add that to the pork and then just mix it all together. I'm not going to have garlic pork for Christmas since I'm making it now, but I will have pepper pot and bread. Tell me below in the comments what you plan on making for Christmas breakfast. To the garlic pork, I've added salt and I'm just going to stir it all together. Next, I'm going to add it to a jar that's been cleaned and sterilized and thoroughly dried. This is going to sit, well, you have two options. You can either let this sit at room temperature, or to be on the safe side, which is what I do, I place it into my fridge. Now that all the pork is in the jar, I'm going to add white vinegar, and I'm just going to pour it all the way to the top. And I'm going to stir it around just to make sure that vinegar gets all the way down to the bottom and in between the meat. I'm adding sugar and water because this kind of mellows out the harsh vinegar flavor. This is a personal preference, but you can absolutely leave that out if you prefer the stronger, more traditional flavor of garlic pork. I'm going to cover this and place this into my fridge, and this is what it looks like after 6 days. As you can see, the color of the pork has changed as it's been pickled in the liquid. Next, I am going to strain all of the liquid, and I'm also going to remove some of that seasoning before cooking it. I'm also going to pat it with a paper towel to remove some of the excess moisture. Some people do like to cook it in the liquid. Again, personal preference. For me, I prefer it this way. I'm going to place it into a pan in one layer over medium heat and just let it cook. As you can see, it's going to start to release some of the juices that's in the pork, and then it's going to cook in that juice. Once that liquid cooks down, I'm going to add oil. I was hoping to have a little bit of fat rendered, but my pork is it's not so fatty, so I ended up having to add a little bit of oil just so that it can fry and brown. At this point, I like to taste to see if it has enough salt and add more if needed. And now it's time to serve. You still have time to make this just in time for Christmas. Please be sure to subscribe and leave me a comment below, and I will see you guys next time.